Hey all and welcome back to the HellfireComms livestream. This week we're continuing with Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, and we're currently stuck in the Nalbina dungeons. So, fuck. Seems things have been going well for Vaughn and the rest of the crew, but I know nothing about this game, Spar, so I don't know why you asked me to introduce this. Take it away.
Well, that's basically just what we're doing. We're basically exploring for a way out at this point, and Vaughn's kind of on his own because Fran's off doing stuff, and Balthier is just kind of chilling, waiting for something to happen.
Ah, bless. Some asshole called Spar to subscribe. Thank you very much, Spar.
God, I can't stand that guy.
Hate him. This game has really good art design.
It really does. It wasn't the best graphics back on the PS2. Like, even for PS2, it was kind of iffy, aside from the pre-rendered stuff, of course. But art design-wise, I think it's great. A bit too much of the desert colors, but I mean, it does take place primarily in a desert, so that's pretty understandable.
Jesus. Prison is a rough environment. I say, never having been in one myself.
These guys are basically... I think they're also prisoners, judging by the fact that they have manacles on. They're basically the head honchos, the ones in charge of all the other prisoners to keep them in line and such.
Right.
Keep in mind that we have actually none of our equipment right now. We have no weapons, no armor, no items. Well, we have a few items, but not all of our potions and stuff.
You've been a bit negative here, mate. We still have clothes. We can throw the clothes at them.
There is actually a skill in the game called Gale Toss, where you literally throw money at the enemies.
I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty.
Now, don't forget, when you're rendering this stuff out to send to Flame, or if Flame's rendering it out, or whatever, that you have to put the whole dimension thing back down to 0 because of the way they do subtitles in this game.
Yeah, most of the cutscenes have this black bar on the bottom where they put the subtitles instead of displaying it throughout the whole frame. Which caused some problems the first time I rendered out the last session, so maybe we'll try and get things better next time. Let's see, I have some items that I can try. How good are these at doing damage compared to... Okay, they just kill them. Nice. Let's go with these items instead.
Hell yeah.
Much better than punching.
That was a cool screen of Vaughn putting his dukes up.
Yes, the items that I picked up are called Knots of Rust, and they just kind of deal damage to enemies. Not sure what they actually are, there's not really an animation with them, but they're a lot better than punching people, so it's a good thing there was a few of them back there where we spawned in the dungeons.
Now we are Big Dick on campus, ×2. Recognize.
Except the biggest dickus is now here.
Oh.
The Empire found out that we were here after, you know, basically crashing the party and stuff like that, and there was some funny stuff going on with Amalia. So they want to find out what's going on with us, but they gotta find us first.
Probably should have built this prison like a maze, you fuckwads.
For real, though.
Great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Stay Fresh. The voice acting itself is fine, but the audio, like, quality is pretty muffled on just about everyone. And I'm not sure if that was compressing it for the PS2, or if it was something to do with the HD remaster. But yeah, it does sound pretty muffled from a lot of characters, and it's kind of rough to listen to sometimes.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the sky pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial
Interesting to see that the
Army
Empire
called the
employs
Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your
human
job for you.
forces and
We don't
whatnot.
require
Well,
the assistance of
Bagamnon does good work. He's basically a bounty hunter. And so they let him go free and do his job because he brings in the people that the Empire doesn't like.
Maybe I
Right,
want my
right.
blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
Okay, so I have this playlist on called upbeat Sonic music to study to, because of course, but the track playing now is clearly a Monkey Ball one, so what's the dealio here?
Oh, alright.
They're the elite guard.
It's
of House
Gabrave!
Salvador.
It is indeed. They all have unique helmets, so you can recognize them by that.
If you ask me,
I've played a Dissidia in my time.
Judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What
You okay there, Balthier? Your mouth kept moving after you stopped talking.
It's okay. His soul has much to say, but his mouth has naught.
Overlook race for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect.
There are, I think I mentioned this during the last session, there's a lot of things between 12 and 14 that are shared, including a lot of story elements that they added into some optional content in 14. I don't know how much of the development team is actually shared between them, though.
Where's the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere.
So basically everything Spark told me was just explained in that exchange there.
Yep, basically. The judges are here looking for someone, and it seemed like they were asking about the captain, and I'm pretty sure we all know who that is.
Uh-huh.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this
What's
place?
wrong? You don't trust her? Fiera's nose is a sharp.
Precious
She
is
says
crying.
there's a way out. There's a way out.
The vets came to visit my cat yesterday, and they gave her some flea medication, and it's a little gel that they stick in her fur, and she desperately wants someone to come pet her and get the shit out of her fur because of the medication. And unfortunately we can't, because if we do that, the medication doesn't do its job, and so she's been crying constantly since yesterday.
Things are in here?
That's
Right.
what I said.
But my cat Domino is going through something similar right now, but he's on a period of time where he can have the cone off, because you have to keep it off for like 7 days and don't apply the stuff for 7 days before you continue to apply stuff, I guess. Whatever, we have our shit back now. Enough of cats and cat medicine.
This was another room where if you grab these treasure chests, you miss out on the Zodiac Spear in the original version. Again, fortunately, that's fixed. Not a problem here. A few changes from last time. You might notice Balthier has a little orange dot next to his MP bar. That means that I grabbed one of his ultimate attacks that's called a Quickening. Basically, I went back through and replayed everything from the first session. So I grabbed a few things that are different. We'll probably figure out more about quickenings as we go on. Suffice to say, that thing that Captain Bosh did early on during the prologue, that's basically what that is.
Right.
Why did these doors start closing? Just kind of randomly on their own.
They're sentient, I guess.
There are more turnkeys than cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
Sure, Balthier. Tread lightly. Avoid combat. Let's murder everyone.
The Xehanort says, FF23, a game I never played. Alright, I guess we know who the time travelers are in the chat now.
Well, I mean, if the name fits.
At this rate, that's going to come out before 16 does.
Yeah.
We had like the first trailer and then no updates since then. Okay, maybe they showed off a couple of the cities, but that was about it.
Yeah, it hasn't been much. Not at all. Thank you for the resub, gold member. It is weird that when the payment goes through and the anniversary of the resubscription is not the same, but, you know, Twitch is a bit strange that way.
If you guys have a Prime, well, an Amazon Prime, if you're on Amazon Prime, you get one free sub to a channel per month. So if you would like to use that for HFC, that really helps us out. Honestly, a lot more than merely watching videos on YouTube does. But do what you will. I shall not judge, for I am Ed Tom, and I am generous, I guess. I had a spiel set up, but it just kind of went nowhere.
Well, I mean, you had something at least. Oh, I thought there was going to be a treasure chest there. I was wrong.
So funny watching Vaughn dick about in Fast Forward.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a judge. I don't have the fancy armor, and if I did, it would make recording these things very awkward. Like, usually you have to worry about knocking the mic and whatnot. Imagine if you just heard, like, clang, clang, clang.
Everything is just permanently echoed because the microphone is inside the helmet.
Okay, that's a lot funnier than my version when the headset is on the outside.
Yeah, again, I apologize about the bitrate. My internet is bad. It's always going to be bad. There's nothing I can do about it. Fortunately, the version that goes up on YouTube will be rendered at least a decent quality bitrate so you can tell what's going on.
How big is this prison? They got, like, secret doors and everything.
Well, this was basically just the dungeons of a castle that they turned into a prison.
Oh, yes, of course.
Nalbina was one of the places we saw in the intro that the Empire took over.
You have grown very thin, Bosh.
Bosh is alive? Oh no, who could have guessed?
Less than a
Oh,
Sentenced to death, and yet you live? Why?
please give me a burger. I need a burger.
How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vane himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanastre, the woman, Amalia. Who could that be? Such a faithful hound to cling so to a fallen kingdom.
Better than throwing it away.
Throwing it away.
Precious desperately wants me to play with her.
Well, sorry, we're in the middle of a stream here, so...
Yeah, I've got a laser pointer sitting on my desk and she wants me to play with it. Unfortunately,
No.
I can't right now. I will play with you later, sweetie.
I like Axel's comment. You've grown fed. Well, yeah, you haven't been feeding him, you idiots. Oh shit, I knew there was something we were supposed to do for the past year.
You.
I'm amazed he's still alive, honestly.
Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear
Okay,
it.
Precious, I'm gonna have to move you because you're gonna keep doing stuff on my desk.
For the sake of Dalmasca.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died, every single one! Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The gods
It's like
will
the
hear.
most emotion that Vaughn shows in the whole game.
I'm dropping it.
Pirates without a sky.
Damn, Fran.
Yeah?
Wish I was that cage, what? Didn't hear anything. Nope.
Nope, not a word. How did we survive this?
Like, we're filled with magic-y goodness, aren't we?
No more than any other person in this world.
Spare us
No,
your
you
quiddities.
cannot be the protagonist.
Yeah,
you
but
must
he's a-
stop.
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
You say that, Balthier,
And you
but he
have
doesn't
it.
actually have a sword. Also, wow, I've never really paid attention to the bruises on him.
That was an amazing screenshot of Bosh joins the thing, and Vard's like, I fucking hate this decision.
Alright, is there anything over here we can grab? Yes. Treasure chest, that's a lot of money, alright.
Now, you might think this is a lot of party characters at once, but we got the launch date reveal trailer for Xenoblade 3 the other day, and you could have 6 at a time plus a guest.
Wow.
I think we'll have a bit of that playthrough-wise after the second Sonic-a-thon, right?
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah, basically, like, you play ahead a few hours and then we just record that again.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Hopefully I'll be able to actually buy it when it comes out.
I'll get you a copy if need be, it's fine.
I appreciate that. We should be fine, though. We're honestly in better financial situation than you are, so...
That situation should be done and dusted within a week or so, hopefully.
Alrighty.
If you ever switch Xehanort, I highly recommend you pick up Xenoblade Definitive Edition. But you could just watch our playthrough, Spar and I's playthrough, but you'll get a lot more out of it if you've actually played the game.
For sure, yeah. Alright, I need to figure out what kind of armor and stuff I'm going to use now. There's a lot of things that I could do. I don't know how much I want to do. I should probably buy Thunder, for one thing. These are all things I should get. I should definitely grab Dark, because I think Fran can use that. I don't actually have any notes about what to buy from any of these stores, so it's kind of just going to be whatever I feel like getting at the time.
Ooh. I meant to follow that up with something funny, but nothing came, unfortunately.
I will say that pretty much anything I do on stream may be very different the next time that we actually do this, just because, again, I'm going to go back through and redo all of this in order to level up a bit more, get some, better gear and stuff like that. So don't be surprised if choices that I make here are very different in terms of, like, jobs that I choose, things on the license board, stuff like that. Things could be very different next time.
As long as things are, like, kept in story-wise, side quest-wise, I don't think people will care if you've, like, changed stats between parts.
I'm not going to go for the invisible treasure chest because it's like a 1 in several thousand chance of having it spawn, and you can't even see it if it's there. So I would have to do RNG manipulation, and you also get a weapon that is so insanely powerful that it breaks the entire game, and it's not really something I'm interested in.
Fair enough.
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark.
It's
Much
basically,
worse.
the treasure chest
So,
has
don't get
no
too close to
model,
one of those
so you can't see it.
conduits, and
The
they'll
bow,
suck you
because it's a bow and arrow weapon, has no model, so you can't see it. It has nothing on the license board, so everyone can just equip it automatically. And it's so powerful that it's actually stronger than basically every other weapon in the game, by a long shot. So getting it early on, which is very possible with, RNG manipulation, definitely breaks the game wide open, for lack of a better explanation. And so the thing that we were talking over in that cutscene there is these little mimics, this game's version of mimics, are stealing the electricity from the wires and stuff, and that's what powers the lights here. And if the lights go out, then zombies start appearing. So we have to make sure to take these out so that they give the electricity back, however that works.
Is that how lighting works?
In this dungeon, it is.
Okay, well, I'm glad you clarified.
And if you leave them for too long, or ignore them, like I said, the lights go out, zombies start appearing, and there's already enemies here, so like if you're getting more enemies on top of enemies, it starts to get really rough really quick. I think my first time playing this game, I did not understand what I was supposed to do, where I took an extremely long time to like take care of stuff. So I had zombies in like the very first room and kept dying.
Oof. I see Bosh has like no weapons or armor right now.
Yep, and we can't do anything about that either because he's a guest character. He's not actually a full member of the party yet, so we can't change his equipment any.
That's fun.
It'll actually be a little while before we can.
He's probably like one of those characters where the less armor he's wearing, the more powerful he gets. And he also gets a buff for being a hungry hobo.
Well, any character can have a damage increase while not having a weapon. You can make any character a brawler with the right licenses. Which way do I want to go here? I don't think it matters, but I think this way I can get a map. So let's do that. Or we're going to follow the Mimic because that's the thing to focus on.
Just having a quick shufty on Twitter. 3rd century village remains found at Nintendo Museum site. Oh, the things they'll do to cover up their union busting.
Oh, wow. Nope, that's the wrong button. Let's see, I picked up some bronze armor. Can anyone equip that? No. No one can equip bronze armor. Okay, well that's just kind of worthless then. It will probably be good for Bosh whenever he actually joins the party fully, and I can choose his job, because he's probably going to have something with armor. Typically, Bosh is like a knight character, something like that. Heavy armor, big weapons kind of thing.
You know, if you take the C out of Bosh, it becomes Bash, which makes perfect sense when you realise he's a brawler.
Grab that loot. Here's our map. If you don't come back for this right now, it's quite a while before you can get back into this area to grab this, so definitely a good idea to grab that map now. Also, free maps is always a good idea.
Neat. Better than 2, I guess.
I want to be the Bosh E. I get it.
Ugh. Actually, I just remember an old YouTube LP of I Want to Be the Guy that I watched back in the day. That game looked miserable.
It's definitely that genre of game that's just kind of hard for the sake of being hard, and some people love it.
I mean, I don't, hate that sort of thing or anything. I just never want to play it myself.
Yeah, for real. I should probably be activating Libra so that I can see any traps. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, okay. Some of these little areas where I guess the train was meant to stop on the track, some of those areas do have traps that you can run over. Mm-hmm. Let's go this way first, because I feel like the other path is the way forward.
Flame says, please stop Let's Playing I Want to Be the Guy. I'm surprised you were alive when that Rat to Prey video came out, Flame. He's young, that's what I'm saying.
What does a battle harness do? Battle harness automatically counters with a weapon. Huh, I'll hold on to that for someone. Like how we ran past the big mimic to attack the small one, because it's the first one the party saw.
Fair enough, I guess.
Should probably check my licenses here. Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm checking my licenses every so often to make sure I'm upgrading where needed, because more stuff is better stuff. I think I can buy that weapon. I should go back to the shopkeeper, because that sounds like it would be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can also get this for Fran now. Fran's first quickening ability. So we have 2 of those now, and once we get one on Vaughn, we can start letting loose and absolutely destroying the shit out of enemies.
The quickening!
Let's see. Yep, I want to travel back to the shopkeeper. It's a bit of a ways. I can make it go faster, though. Just to show this. Show this off on the stream properly. We're going to go really fast.
Oh my god.
Yep, the 4x speed option is option. It's way worse. And I can't even begin to imagine how bad it is on the frame rate.
Jesus Christ.
But it's going to get us back to the shopkeeper faster, so that's why I'm doing it.
Got a very nice audio dissonance going on here with you all speeding up and whatnot in this dungeon. This drab, pale dungeon and Seaside Hill playing in the background.
Right.
Look at all those Eggman's robots.
There was another enemy back there called a bomb. Bombs explode. I don't want to deal with that. See, yep, I want to buy the Kotetsu because I can equip that on Balthier so that he is not using a gun because he's actually bad with guns. I don't know why they decided to make the character that was known for guns be bad with guns and the character that was known for bows be bad with bows, but that's what they did. Let's see, turn Libra back on. You have to recast Libra every so often to make sure it's still active. Usually I would have a Gambit for that, but I don't think I have enough Gambit slots at the moment. I will be turning the speed back down when we get back to where we were before I started backtracking, by the way.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Thank you.
Also, thank you, Spider John, for the 500 bits as a first-time viewer. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, mate.
Oh, 2 times seems so slow now. Jesus.
Gold just posted what the 160p option for the stream looks like.
Oh, thanks Twitch for giving us quality options, I guess, on the stream that doesn't really need them that badly.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like playing an action game at 60 FPS. Don't give them to me, I suppose. I'm only a partner.
And you're streaming at like crazy high bitrate, which makes it harder for people to watch. I'm streaming at a very low bitrate. Quality options would be much more beneficial for you. Oh well. See, let me check my licenses one more time. Can Bosh... Vaughn. Bosh is... I don't even know where that was. I'm gonna stop talking. Just doing the fusion dance here. I think Fran was actually doing 0 damage to those things because whatever she has equipped with her bow just wasn't doing anything to them.
Alright. I thought they were like magic resistant for a second.
Something like that. Yes, Necromaniac, this was the game that introduced all of the Evilise races, unless they were also in Tactics, because I don't actually know anything about Tactics, other than it also takes place in Evilise. Damn, both of you went to town on that thing. I sure hope I'm going the right way. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember exactly which way to go. I feel like everything is kind of the right direction at this point.
I mean, if you get lost in a dungeon, it's not exactly your fault. They're designed to be confusing.
Right. I'm running into more battery mimics, which tells me that I'm going the right way.
Yeah, that NVIDIA leak has proved to be surprisingly prophetic. Kingdom Hearts 4 was on there, Kingdom Hearts 4 got announced, Chrono Cross Remaster was on there, Chrono Cross Remaster was a thing. And speaking of, we did a sponsored stream of that the other day. It's on YouTube now if you want to check it out.
Yep, that was a pretty fun stream, even if we did have trouble with menus and such like that occasionally.
Oh, it was fine in the end.
I think I did actually need to come this way because I needed to press this switch.
Well, how about that then?
Is something gonna happen? Oh, okay. We were just kind of standing around waiting for something at that point.
Yes, Axel, you were a huge help during that stream, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone else that was in the chat helping us along, and for basically any of the other games where chat's, providing tips and stuff. Greatly appreciated. Yep, I'm gonna ignore those bombs, because, again, I don't want to fight them.
Mist seethes.
It reeks. Something's close.
Well, I suppose this guy doesn't need his gear, so Bosh might as well take it.
Yeah.
Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
It kind of goes without saying, like, if he was asking if your brother is okay or not, he doesn't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing right now what actually happened back during what was meant to be the treaty signing.
Save the discussion for later.
We found them!
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the
As I
tank.
feared. They're slowing us
home,
down.
Captain Ozilis'
And for my parents.
Yeah, I love FF12, Dante. It's probably not the best game, definitely not the best RPG I've ever played, but man, it's fun. I love the world and characters.
His Majesty was a traitor.
I agree so far. Everything seems pretty cool.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there. I am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier.
Believe in the brother that
He fought to
believes
the
in
last
you.
to protect his homeland. No. Surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything!
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
I don't think we're quite out of here just yet. We got a bit more to go, but there is a boss fight at the end, and it's quite something, if I remember.
I'll look forward to it.
I hope you don't don't mind spiders.
I don't like spiders, so, yay.
I mean, I'll just say, you could probably guess what it is based on the mimics we've been fighting. It's just.
Well, I mean, you just kind of. You gave the game away, Spy. You are awful at this sort of thing.
I mean, you could probably guess it's a big one of these things.
It was like in God of War when the fucking random scorpions just came around the corner. It was like, oh, I bet you can't guess what the boss is. I looked up a guide, by the way. I didn't look through the guide, just at like what the different chapters were. And yeah, we're really not that far off the end.
We're really not. We'll definitely finish it in another session.
Good stuff. I've already got the game for after God of War ready and installed. You'll find out what that is on the next God of War stream.
You might have already mentioned it in the Discord. I think you said something during a random conversation at one point.
Maybe I did, Swar. Maybe I did. Huh. You know, Gold, you've got a point there. Like, this and Xenoblade 1 both have spider bosses as the, like, early big super duper boss. And each game has a blonde kid and there's an older guy. Oh, this is getting a bit much.
I mean, the Empire is also very similar as well. A lot of similarities between the games.
Pretty sure those things you were just murdering are similar to Bronx as well.
Yep. Cherry Staff, I think, is... I'm getting my buttons mixed up. Let me give that to Fran. You need a license for that. Wow, I have to get a lot of licenses to be able to get the Cherry Staff. Hopefully I got enough. I don't think I have enough license points to grab that. I will make sure to grab that shortly.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Sonic 2. The movie, that is. The game's pretty good.
I am looking forward to watching it whenever that is possible.
Or you got a license for that stream?
I mean, you need a stream key. That's basically a license to stream.
Nah, 3K is better, Flame.
Oh.
I'm older, thus wiser.
Wow, that weapon I just got to drop is actually a rare one from that treasure chest.
Ooh.
Too bad I'm not going to be keeping this save, and therefore that drop is worthless. I also don't have anyone using guns right now anyway, so it doesn't really help me regardless. Yes, good name, Michael. It does give you a speed up option. Also, welcome to the chat.
I believe there's what, 2 times, 4 times, and 8 times?
Just the 2 and 4.
Okay. 8 would be... You just finish the game instantly.
I mean, 4 is a bit much. I don't like doing 2, anything higher than 2 times when I'm, like, actually doing combat.
Oh, this video is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, actually. It kind of reminds me of the Aperoids from Star Fox Assault, which I covered for the Super Nintendo-thon a couple years back.
I can see it.
Do you have Blizzard? You don't have Blizzard. This thing is weak to Blizzard, and I don't have any. Oh well.
Well, shit. Hey, Flame, fuck you. Talking about spiders on shoulders and whatnot.
Alright, I don't have quickenings for all 3 of my party members yet, but I can at least use a couple of them right here. If I can remember my buttons. I don't remember where Y is on a Switch controller.
That's cool, mate. I hope you enjoyed the stream, mate.
I missed my chance. So the way quickenings works is you can do them in a chain, for multiple characters use them in a row, and you can shuffle the little menu that pops up to like select the next one, and if you run out of MP, your characters can do a mist charge, which basically refills their quickening so you can keep the chain going. I think the highest chain that I've ever gotten is like 25 of them in a row. Because you get less time to like select the next one for every one, so you end up running out pretty quickly. I guess it's pretty similar to chain attacks from Xenoblade now that I think about it.
Does seem a little bit similar, yeah.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we? The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanastre before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
Alright, so that's where we are. And that's where we need to get back to. So we've got quite a ways to go still.
Mm-hmm.
Just making a lot of different save files. I've got 99 of them, I might as well use them. And that's the teaser to a side quest later on, because you can get back into that dungeon, but boy, it takes a while. I don't really need to fight these things, I'm just gonna move on past them and get to where I'm going. Before we head back to Rabanastre, I do want to come over here to this little village because there is a teleport point that I can unlock by coming here, and I'd like to have it. It's also relevant to a side quest that I'm going to be showing part of today later on. I can just overwrite that one. I don't need a new save file for 2 minutes of walking through the desert. Hey, there's the blizzard magic. Why are they selling it after the thing that's weak to blizzard? That seems annoying. Yeah, stay fresh. This is the Switch version.
Mm-hmm.
I was originally going to be playing the PC version because it's what I already had, but my computer's just kind of not strong enough to run this game at full speed while also streaming. I ended up dropping a ton of frames, so I decided to get this because it was on sale for Switch, so here we are.
This entire game so far has been either dungeon or desert. Maybe a bit of city in between.
Yeah, that's pretty much the intro. It's gonna be a lot of dungeon and desert for a little while, because even after this desert, there's more different desert.
That's fine, man, that's fine. I just love you sped up with the word fleeing flashing on screen.
Yeah, I'm holding down ZR, what would be the R2 button on a PlayStation controller, and that basically just cancels all gambits so that you can just run away from enemies instead of, you know, fighting everyone that you come by.
That's fair. You are a little bit over level, man, I'd say.
I think I'm in a pretty decent place for where I need to be. Again, when I go back through all this, I'm going to be doing a lot more grinding and stuff, like between this and the next session, so expect me to be a lot higher next time than what I am at the end of this. And this area should look familiar because this is where we came out to fight the rogue tomato at the start of the game. We ended up back in the Ester Sand.
Okay, now I have the Burning Rangers theme playing, which is doubly funny, watching Varn going breakneck speed through a desert.
I'm not going to be farming the Dustia enemy. There's a rare enemy that can spawn that's not actually rare. It'll automatically spawn if you have low HP in a certain area, and it's also an undead enemy, which means you can use a Phoenix Down on it to kill it instantly. So you can farm a lot of experience and license points very quickly by doing that, but I'm not going to.
What about the stone?
Yeah, I'd recommend all these characters maybe put on a hood or something.
We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastre a while.
What do you think? Can I trust Bosh? I gotta get rid of this thing. But maybe I should show it to Penelo first, so she knows I got something.
I think most of what's done to the Yasmat fight in the remaster is that your party members can be a lot stronger, and you also have the speed up option. The fight used to take over an hour, and I think I've seen people say that if you have your gambit set up correctly, you can have it done in 20 minutes just by having speed up on and putting the controller down. That is the ultimate hunt in the game that has over 1 million, maybe it's over 1 billion HP. It's like the highest HP in the game, and in the original took literal hours to beat because of how long it would take.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where I want to go? I think this is where I want to go. Right, this is where I wanted to go. Cool.
Vaughn!
on! Is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
You broke out of a dungeon? Whoa!
Hey, try and keep it down, would ya? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome.
I don't want to imagine a boss with a billion HP.
Yeah,
Dallin had something for me to do,
some of
but
the
I
bosses
took it
in
away.
Final Fantasy XIV were getting to that point. Because, you know, as they keep adding more expansions and they add stronger gear, the enemies have to get stronger too. And eventually it got to a point where the math that was being done for all of the HP and damage was so high that it was starting to slow the game down. And so what they did is they basically crunched all the numbers down to a more manageable level. So everyone's HP got smaller, but, you know, it's basically the same thing as what it was before, just smaller numbers but same proportions, basically.
I understand completely. Alright, I think I heard about that one super boss in FF11.
I don't know anything about that.
Apparently it's still to be defeated.
Huh. That's kind of weird. I'll have to look that up and figure out about it, because I've never heard anything about that before. Absolute Virtue. That name does sound familiar, because they made an adaptation of that boss in 14, and it was also very difficult.
Here, look at this.
My. Quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Van, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dallin, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
Alright, thanks, Dallin. We're literally never going to see you again in this game.
And so it is done. But will it be enough to remind him of what the order
Yeah, no, he's just not relevant anymore. And he's not here if you come back to this room, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, well, I guess he was just a ghost all along then.
Despite the fact that we just asked him to do something, he's no longer here if we come check on him.
I will help you, unless I forget, in which case probably not.
Alright, need to figure out where I'm supposed to go. Lowtown always confuses me, because I can never remember precisely where I'm supposed to be going.
God, why does this Sonic playlist sync up so well with what I'm seeing on screen here?
Well, I mean, it fits with the speed up, if nothing else.
I forget what the actual tune is. I think it's a Lost World track, but it's very peppy. Oh no, it's a Skyscraper Scamper Day from Unleashed.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's so funny.
if you were forced to play either vanilla KH2 or the original FF12, which would you choose? KH2 easily. I think this game adds so much more in terms of, quality of life options, whereas KH2 is honestly still pretty good in its vanilla form. Final Mix adds a lot, but the original game is still really solid.
I guess I'll agree, because I've never played either version of FF12.
Right, yeah.
Also, Skyscraper Scan Per Day is starting now in this playlist. The one I was listening to was Honeycomb Highway, which was indeed from Lost World. Gotta get my listening skills up for Sonic Hurdle.
I tried out a FF14 version of that, and honestly, the couple that I've tried, I had no idea what they were. Most of my time spent in 14, I've actually had the music turned off, and I just listened to my own playlists, so sadly I don't know a lot of it.
Not the captain. That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
There he is. That's the Bosh that I know.
Now there is the Bosh that I remember.
Then will you fight
What a king.
Oh, the music in 14 is excellent. Here recently I've actually been turning it on more often. It's just throughout the last several expansions that I've, turned it off to play my own music, but recently I've gotten into it.
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our past will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vane, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Ondor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains? Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosh. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a
I was literally just about to say this is one of the more serious FF games I've seen, and then it did an anime cut-in.
Right.
Cheers, Spa.
Yep, moderating even while playing the game.
That's right.
Oh, it's a cutscene. Stop patting yourself on the back.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.
Aw, they're friends now.
Huzzah!
Alright, now I need to find the rest of my party members because they've gone and disappeared as well.
Were they all ghosts?
They just went to go off do their own things. I'm screwing up words pretty bad right now.
It's fine.
I know where they are, though, so no problems.
A lot of kids lost their parents in the war. Mine had already died before that. The plague took them both.
Right, there was a plague. That's like the only time the plague is mentioned in this game.
It's okay. It's been 5 years
It's
now.
just super not relevant.
After that, I lived with my friend Penello and her family. Then the war came.
I am sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. Really, it's all right. I know it wasn't your fault.
It's a big problem with this game, Stay Fresh, that Vaughn is the one meant to be the main character, despite almost every other party member being a better option. Okay, I take that back. Maybe half of the party is a better option. Penelo and Fran, I would say, are not good picks for a main character protagonist, because they don't do that much compared to Balthier, Bosh, and Ash. Yeah, I don't know why Vaughn is the fill-in protagonist.
No.
As I said, a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? What I am understanding is he took Penelo because of you.
What? What about Penelo?
Of course they were at the bar getting pissed.
Penelo.
Wouldn't you be after getting out of jail?
A note for this ball.
I don't drink, but I could probably learn to start after something like that.
It's Begamnon. He was in Albina.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child, why, I've her parents' memory to consider. You're going to go to her aid, and that's that. That's what you Sky Pirates do, isn't it?
I don't respond well to orders. You do know that the Imperial fleet is massing at Bhujerba?
Fine, then I'll go. You at least have an airship, don't you? Just get me there and I'll find Penelo myself.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I have some business there as well.
An audience with the Marquis, by chance?
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
The guards are toying with us.
Make yourselves ready. We leave soon.
Right.
And now we have all of our party back. Also, I should select a job for Bosh.
Mm-hmm. Candle maker. It's a valid job.
Let's see. Definitely going to make him a knight, because that's just kind of a good option for Bosh. And we have tons of license points to spend, so let's get to it.
Of course, he's been in jail for fucking years. Well, years is probably a... You know what, I'm just going to shut up because I don't know much about this game.
It's been 2 years since the prologue.
Okay, so years correct the first time.
Yep. And that's Bosch's first quickening that we picked up pretty quickening quick. Gonna...
Quick?
Yep. Everyone's license board, I think the quickenings are always in the same spot, no matter which job you pick. And so which job you pick is, you know, kind of determines which ones you can go for quickly, because there's multiple of them on the board. As you can see here, there's like that one, and there's one there. We can only get 3 per character, but there's 3 more on the board. And the ones that we pick will determine what things become available later on. Like if we pick this quickening down here in this spot, these other 3 options down here become available. If we happen to pick the other 2 quickening slots instead, this one down here will disappear, and these spots are entirely inaccessible.
Okay.
So you kind of have to, like, if you really want to maximize the things you can get to, you do have to plan things out a little bit in terms of that.
That's the thing, Axel. You see someone playing a game, you might just develop an urge to play it yourself.
I thought you felt like playing it last time I played to this, Axel. Especially when you were giving me a bunch of suggestions for stuff to do.
He's a man of many tastes. At any moment, some sort of calling may come upon him to play a game that he sees.
Actually, I need to come back in here because we're actually going to start a side quest now, despite the game wanting to push us on into further story segments. I think this is a great time to start one of the long side quests that goes through the game, so we're going to do that now. And this is our quick travel for Rabanastre and Rabanastre only. These little Moogles will teleport us around to different parts of the city, just to make it so you don't have to run everywhere. Very nice and handy. We're going back to that little outpost that we passed by on the way back from the dungeons, because that's where the guy that put up the hunt bill is, so we need to talk to him.
Whole lot of running through the desert in this game.
There are more varied areas later on, but a good of the first third of the game is pretty much desert. This is something that I could have done much earlier on, but it's honestly kind of hard. This fight is not meant to be done with only 1 or 2 party members, so coming back now is probably the best option. You know what? I should probably add the other people into my party. That would probably be good. You could only have 3 party members, and because everyone else had left and come back, it was only Vaughn in the party.
Now, a lot of side quests are just there for you to have more chances to gain EXP and whatnot. Some of them have a story. The better ones in RPGs will usually have some kind of rhyme and reason to them. But sometimes it's just like, yeah, kill 17 cactus. But
yeah, the side quests in this game, the ones that are actually like ongoing quests with different parts to them, have, well, different parts, so it's not just go out and kill this thing. Hi, Balthier died. He got hit with 1,000 needles, which does 1,000 damage. So a lot of the hunt marks don't have much of a story to them. There is sort of an ongoing story with the hunting guild that we joined. Mont Blanc's guild has a bit of a story to it, but most of the individual hunts are kind of just, this monster is attacking us, please go kill it. And that's about all it amounts to. This one has a bit of an ongoing story because the item that we picked up leads to something else.
Okay. So is that just like a one-off, or is it an actual like trade quest line?
Sort of. It's more of, let's see, do I need to talk to this guy again? Actually, let me do that. There's an NPC that needs certain items in order to help someone, and the things that we picked up, as the thing is explaining now, some of the things that we can pick up are useful in helping take care of an injured person.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to make sure we're getting the right things and the right amount of things when we talk to the person to advance that side quest, and I really hope I'm going the right way again. Let me check my map. I was sort of going the right way. Yeah, in the times that I've played this game, I don't tend to complete all of the hunt marks. The last time that I finished this game, which was on the PC version of this remaster, I think I finished at like 45, level 45, which is really not high for an end game of a JRPG. So yeah, you don't have to be really high leveled. A lot of your combat potential comes from your equipment and your licenses more than your level does. So it's helpful, but like there's other things that you can do to improve your chances of winning in a fight. The problem I have with a lot of high level combats or in-game combat in this game is that it's just full of status conditions. Just over and over status conditions. That's all anything ever does.
Right.
So we turned in the cactus flower, which is not all that we can do right now, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing this. I'm just going to come back and update it every so often.
Okay.
So that we don't spend like 30 minutes on a side quest, for instance. So let's go back to Rabanastre and we can continue on with the story. Actually, I take it back. There is one more side quest that we can activate. Won't take but a minute, though. I just need to actually go to the right area. This is not the right area, but it's close enough that I can run to it. And I'm getting a cramp in my foot, so I'm going to sit up now. I've done some of the bazaar stuff. The bazaar, I think I explained it a little last time, is a way to sell loot that you get from monsters, and depending on what you sell, you get specific things available to buy.
Right.
That can be rare weapons or discounted items that would normally be in shops and stuff like that. That's how you get a lot of the best weapons and armor and stuff in the game, and it requires getting rare drops from a lot of enemies, so I haven't bothered with it. This Viera here is named Kitten. That's how you pronounce that name, I think. As far as, you know, Viera names go, it's all a bit strange. I think it's meant to be pronounced Kitten, though. And she has left the village and is wondering if she's done the right thing. She followed in the footsteps of her sister, I think. And unfortunately, in order to get the best item result from this questline, we actually have to be mean to her and tell her that she should be ashamed of what she has done. It's very sad, and you do have to be rude to her, which is really unfortunate, but you get a rare item that takes a lot longer to get otherwise, so yeah, it's what we're going to be doing for this questline, unfortunately. And every time you complete a major portion of the story, you can come back and talk to her again. That one question that I just answered, it's all that's available for now. So like I said, that one was pretty quick. Gonna stop in here, because the Hunt Guild leader can give us some rewards for the stuff that we've done. Every so often, I think it's a good idea to come back up here and talk to Mont Blanc, because basically every boss that you beat, he's going to give you a reward. So like I said, it's just a good idea to come back and collect these every so often. For now, it looks like it was just money, which is not that important, but, you know, whatever.
Keep forgetting how different Mughals are in this game.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were actually kind of weirded out by the design of Mughals when this first came out. They really didn't like it. I think it's fine. I mean, it's sort of... The graphics tend to a more realistic approach compared to previous games, so I think making Mughals look a bit different is just fine. I'm going to make one more save, because the next area that we're going to is a place that we can't come back from for a while. And I was under the impression that... oh, there's Fran. Talking to Fran doesn't do anything. Well... The guide said I could either talk to Fran or go inside and talk to Balthier, so that's what I did. But talking to Fran doesn't do anything. The game making sure that we're really ready to do this, because again, you can't come back from this area for quite a long time. I mean, not terribly long, but you are locked in once you go here for a while. Suddenly, graphics.
This is the Strau. She airship enough for you?
The Straw. You really are a sky pirate.
Well, the headhunters seem to think so. What's a good word? Is she ready?
So is she armed? How fast is she? Could she take the Ifrit?
I suppose I could tell you, but... Wouldn't you rather see for yourself?
Yeah.
Fran, our course.
The shortest way, Silvador Stonus.
How flies, Bhujerba?
Oh, she's free as can be, for now. The Empire took notice when they announced the princess's unfortunate suicide and your untimely execution.
If it becomes known that I'm alive, the Marquis will lose their favor.
I try to steer clear of such things. Right, it's time to fly. And no wagging tongues or you'll like to bite them off.
I'm coming, Vanello.
My cat is sitting on top of my computer right now. She's sitting on top of the tower. She likes to sit there. I guess it's warm.
Yeah. That's a really fucking cool airship.
Yep. Balthier is kind of badass. He's probably my favorite character in this game.
You've seen to her feeding, yes?
I have, my brother. She eats well.
See that she does. We need her alive. Balthier's bait must be fresh.
I keep trying to tell you. I barely even know who Balthier is.
My brother, a message come from Rabanastre. The Strahl, she set sail. She makes straight for the sky city of Bhujerba.
Barely know, was it? Yet a Tracy goes bounding off for you. Tell me, how could that be?
That's what I'd like to know. I just met him that one time and that's it.
That tongue never stop. What if
You literally asked her a question and complained when she answered. What's wrong with you?
Corpse fetches but half the bounty.
Sounds like half of my teachers at college. Oops.
Ooh.
There's no fun for it if we can't teach.
There's history behind that statement.
Hey, Nat.
Hello.
In the Japanese version, Balthier's VA is the same person who voices Sanji in One Piece, who is notoriously a womanizer. Yeah, I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Typecasted a little bit there, so it is.
Man, this game's pretty.
It is.
I'm looking at this now and seeing how big Bhujerba is, because this is where we're going, and thinking about how little of it we get to explore. because we get like maybe 4 rooms of a city and the mines, and that's it.
You're a dead man.
And we saw all of that expansive city and everything that was there, and we just get to see none of it. The soldier's just little jog. Oh, that's great.
Like literally right in front of you, looking you dead in the eyes. Nope, not here.
Yep. I am not Captain Bosh.
The Lhusu mines are just up ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
You're on your way to the mines?
Oh, this little prick.
Then please allow me to accompany you. I have an errand to attend to there.
What manner of errand?
What errand? I might ask the same of you.
Right. Come on then.
FF16 looking ass.
Excellent.
Do me a favor and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Should be less trouble that way.
Throw him off the side. No one will care, says Axel.
For us both.
Maybe, he continues.
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Don't worry. I don't know what's in that mine, Lamont, but you're in good hands. Right, Bosh?
Trying to keep a low profile here, Vaughn. Literally, again, a guard was right next to us when we came out from that cutscene. Vaughn, you idiot.
I can't fucking hear anything inside this helmet.
Let's buy some more maps, because why not?
Indeed.
Let's see, I should probably update some gear on people. Because I didn't actually buy anything from the last shop that I got to.
I reckon I got about another hour in me or so.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or whatever's the most comfortable for you to wrap up, really.
Well, I've got a place where my notes end, because I figured if we got that far, then it was definitely a good place to stop, but I don't think we're even going to get to that point. I would be really surprised if we do.
Fair enough.
No, I didn't want to do that. That's a waste of money. Oh well. Live and learn. I'm just going to sell this other set of bronze armor that I didn't even need to buy because I had gotten some from the last dungeon. Wow, I wasted a whole bunch of money there, didn't I? I don't know if I should sell that. I don't think that's worth anything. Some of the loot that you get can actually be traded in for special stuff from the bazaar, so I should be careful about like stuff that I sell right away. Okay, I need to find a weapon shop now, which I believe is right here. Oh, that's a massive upgrade for Ball Theater. Yes, please. Nothing else that I can do at the moment, so I guess that's all. Can't take any of those exits on the mini-map that are highlighted in orange. All of those are blocked off right now. So the game is basically telling us, you can only go this way. Don't go anywhere else. Okay, I've already got all the maps that I need there. One more save and we can head into the mines. By the way, guys, I want to give a big shout out to Flame, who handled all of the non-com videos for this that went up on Hellfire playthroughs, because not only did he do all the voice editing to make sure Tom and I aren't talking over each other in the VOD that goes up on YouTube, he actually broke the video up into pieces to put on Hellfire playthroughs, so props to him for handling that, and for handling a lot of the stream VODs and stuff like that. He's been doing a great job with that.
He is our man behind the scenes, as it were.
Oh, interesting. One of my favorite streamers just went live, so I think I know who I want us to raid when we get done here.
Hey, nice.
You will forgive me for asking, but you are diverting the purest of the Magicite.
I can assure you it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
Ha! You wear your saddle well.
Be that as it may, I have no intention of being bridled, Your Honor.
Then you prefer the whip? Stubbornness will see not only you broken, Excellency, but Bhujerba as well.
I think, yeah, I think I knew a pretty good place that we can stop at.
Sure.
Because I don't want these to go on for too long, because JRPGs, especially one that are story-focused like this, can be rough in big chunks, so...
Yeah.
It would appear that he is.
I looked up the how long to beat, and as long as we keep it to about 90 minutes, 2.5 hours per thing, it should be doable.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of what the time that it takes to complete this game, a lot of that's going to be off-screen because it's grinding and stuff like that.
Right.
So you could probably knock off a few hours from that. Also, I find that website to not be accurate for a lot of things. I'm still baffled by the fact that they say it takes like 13 hours to beat Super Mario Sunshine or something.
What?
It was at least 10 hours, which, I mean, probably on a first run, but I think it was for, like, that estimation was for people that had played the game before. To replay it, it was still 10 hours, which I think is way longer than Sunshine is, just to go from, like, beginning to beat Bowser.
Right. Well, I mean, when we did the Spyro GBA games, I felt they were pretty accurate.
Yeah. Sorry, my eyes are bothering me. Just wipe them real quick. I should probably put Fran in my party, because she's kind of my only healer at the moment. There could be some traps around here, so make sure Libra's on. Yeah, for 100%, I can definitely see Sunshine taking a long time. But just for, like, beat the game, starting from a fresh file, I don't think it takes that long.
Yeah. Besides, we already have an example of a 100% run of Sunshine.
For sure.
Now, don't forget, guys, the second HFC Sonic-thon starts on June 23rd. Yes, that's right, the same day that Sonic Origins drops. So, that very morning, I will probably be, like, rushing to get the game and set it up.
I think we have a command on the bot. Might be !Sonicathon, if you want to try that.
Okay. Is that with hyphens or without?
Without. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
I am good at setting things up long time in advance and then forgetting about them.
Well, it's there, mate, so...
Yeah. So, these bridges here, there's this bridge and another one a couple rooms away in the mine. This is one of the best places to grind for XP and license points and money, because every time you go into these areas, the next bridge is actually the better one. These skeletons will spawn repeatedly over and over, and you'll actually probably get like 40 or 50 of them every time you go into the room. And what this game does is when you defeat a bunch of the same enemy in a row, you'll build up a chain. You might have noticed a couple of times in previous areas that happened. The higher your chain is, the more chance you have of getting good loot to drop. And picking up loot can also sometimes heal your party if the chain's high enough as well. So getting a big chain is a really good way to get rare loot, and it just so happens that the loot that the skeletons drop can be sold for around 300 gil. And so selling a stack of 99 of those is very lucrative, as you would imagine. So, whenever I redo this to prepare for the next session, I'm probably going to spend several hours here grinding for stuff just to get a bunch of license points and stuff like that. Especially if I have Lamont here helping, because he is a great help. He's spending all of my potions right now. I need to take that gambit off of him. Let me turn that off, because you have Cure Gambit set. Use that instead. Don't waste all my potions, you asshole. Let's see. Yep. Equip the Cherry Staff. Still a while before Vaughn can activate that one. Hey Sims Mage, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Alright, I'm going to not spend a bunch of time fighting all of these skeletons, because it would honestly take me 6 or 7 minutes to get across that bridge if I fought everything. Let's see, this is Site 2. There is nope, I don't think it's this room, it's the next room. There's a bug in this version of the game, and by this version I mean the Zodiac Age. I don't know if it's in all versions. The guide that I was reading said it's just in Zodiac Age, so it might be different per console. There is a series of events that's going to happen in the next room that I go to, and that room also has some treasure chests that drop very rare pieces of gear. It might actually be this room now that I'm looking at it. And what happens is if you trigger the story by running ahead, you can never get these chests to respawn. And so you'll never have a chance to grab the gear and rare stuff that's here by reloading. Obviously, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time like reloading to get the rare stuff on stream, but if you want the rare stuff in the game, if you're playing this, you definitely want to make sure you get all of it before triggering this cutscene, because if you pick up those chests, they will never reappear after this cutscene. It's like the only time in the game that happens.
Weird.
4 chests that normally respawn anyway. There are some that don't respawn that are guaranteed drops. The ones that are randomized rare drops, like the ones that I'm talking about here, usually respawn if you reload the room. This is a case where it does not happen and it's a bug, and I don't know that it's been fixed.
Errand all attended to then?
Thank you. I'll repay you shortly.
No, you'll repay us now. We have too much on our hands to go on holding yours. So, where did you hear this fairy tale about Nethicite? And where did you get that sample you carry? What do you know about the Draclaw laboratories? Tell me, who are you?
Balthier.
You kept us waiting, Balthier. You slipped away.
Oh, the look on Balthier's face, he's just like, oh no, I'm not ready to deal with this shit.
This boy. The whole affair has a smell of money about it. I may have to wet my beak a little.
Keep your snout in the trough where it belongs. This thinking ill befits you, Begamnon.
Balthier. Too long have I gone unpaid. I'll carve my bounty out of that boy.
Where's Penelo? We're taking her back.
The girl? Why keep the bait when you've landed the fish? We cut her loose on the way here, and then off she ran crying like a babe.
Actually, pretty sporting of Balthier to just let Penelo go when they were using her as bait. I guess he at least has some honor.
Hey, wait up!
Wow, these guys suck as bounty hunters.
Well, do you think we should stand and fight or run away? I'm making the choice for running away.
Okay, fair enough.
Actually, a really tough fight if you decide to stay, because you got to fight all 4 of Begamnon's gang, and they're all pretty tough. Generally, don't recommend it.
He's got a big old pizza cutter, of course he's tough.
Did I say Balthier? I definitely meant Begamnon, that's my bad.
Well, they both begin with B, so we'll let you have that.
Yeah. Oops, I got caught on the wall there. The image of his, like, razor blade thing appearing in front of the camera before I could run away was kind of terrifying.
It would not seem they follow. We've lost them.
Oh, I guess we ran far enough away. They didn't want to take that room transition.
And I'm apt to give up sky pirating altogether.
Let me equip that staff on Fran that I spent all that time getting license points for. It's better than the bow anyway, that's kind of surprising. Usually staves and stuff like that are lower attack power but better for magic. I guess the starting bow is just that bad.
Ugh.
Oh, one of these giant things. Okay. I would generally recommend this game if you really like JRPGs. If you don't gel with the battle system, you'll probably have a rough time getting through it, I'm going to be honest. It is a lot of just kind of sitting around watching your characters attack if you use the gambit system, so keep that in mind, I guess.
I see you've been out walking without the company of your cortege, Lord Lhusu. We caught her wandering out of the mines. You must take care with such undesirables about.
I was kidnapped.
Silence.
If it is a
How did they not see Vaughn back there?
For real, though.
Then I too am guilty. Marquis, I trust that your estate can accommodate another guest.
Why not?
Judge Geese, I shall heed your counsel.
The Marquis there is the one who was providing the narration of his memoirs during some of the opening scenes, for anyone that didn't catch that.
Of course.
What's Penelo doing?
Hey Sabi, welcome to the stream. What would you say is the most difficult FF you've ever played, Spur?
Well, again, this is kind of the only one that I've completed. The one that I've had the most trouble with in the time that I have played it was probably 13. Because when I got to Pulse, I started running into enemies that were killing me in one hit. And that's basically where I dropped the game, because I was just like, I'm not really having that much fun, and I don't appreciate the random difficulty increase, so I just kind of didn't continue playing.
Right.
And now for everyone's favorite part of the game, it's time for the I'm Captain Bosh game.
Huzzah!
This is a very infamous part of this game, and it's campy, and it's great, and I love it.
They won't be thrilled to discover that rumors of your death were, in fact, greatly exaggerated. If we were to raise a clamor to that effect, we might just get their attention.
Nothing to it. I'll just go around town spreading the word. How about this? I'm Captain Bosh von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. Well, what do you think?
That certainly qualifies as a clamor. All right, Vaughn, get to it. For the girls' sake, eh? Oh, and the more people around to witness your little performance, the better. If we're going
So there is a trick to this game. There are certain people that help more if they are around when Vaughn is yelling, and some that will actually be very bad if they're around when Vaughn is yelling.
Right.
So you kind of have to know what you're doing rather than just going around pressing the button randomly, and going back to tell the people that you've already told doesn't help either. These guys right here, the Parijana, I don't know how that's pronounced. Basically the ones with books are the ones that you want to hear you, and the Sanika is the ones that you don't want to hear you. You'll get in trouble with those guys. So basically you just gotta kind of watch what you're doing and make sure you get the good ones and stay away from the bad ones.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
Only 2 people heard me, but because one of them was the guy with the book, I gained a lot of points towards the thing that I need. I just gotta make sure there's no guards around, and another one here.
I'm Captain Bosh.
There was a guard back there. I don't think he's gonna catch me, though. Nope, he was too far away.
Too slow.
People are very bad at listening in this game. Marquis Ondor is voiced by Professor Utonium from the Powerpuff Girls. That's quite a range of voice, because he has a heavy accent.
I'm Captain Bosh.
I think that's Tom Kane. Let me look this up.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
I'm Captain Bosh von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
Yep, Tom Kane. I think he's retired from voice acting.
Oh, alright. I mean, he's probably got his job done plenty over his career.
Well, you see, it was due to a stroke, I believe.
Oh, well, now I feel bad.
You didn't know, don't worry.
Alright, we have been the Captain Bosh and done the thing we needed, and now we're being indoctrinated into a cult, it looks like.
Good. That's always how I like to end the stream.
I think we're going to get to the next area that we're going to be heading to shortly, and that'll be a good place to call it. Because I think the next place is another dungeon that we can't leave, so that'll be a good place to start off next time.
Would end well enough. But why this boy? And why Captain Ronsenberg? An explanation is due, and I will hear it. The Empire's hounds grow passing bold indeed.
A shame if they learned the Marquis.
Oh, my cat is back from retention.
Agents masquerading as guides, a hideout at the back of a tavern.
We're almost done. I promise I'll play with you soon.
Now you've done it. So Bosh von Ronsenberg does yet live.
Okay, so this is presumably a suite of some kind in the the Marquis's palace, or something like that. I would hate, absolutely loathe, trying to do paperwork in a room like this where one wall is completely open and there's got to be wind blowing through, right? This would be awful.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, let me just sign this thing so people have enough food to eat for the next year, and oh, there it goes.
Not to mention, this is literally a floating island, a floating city. It's got to be cold up here, right?
Stop asking questions.
Hey, I'm getting to voice all the things that I've thought about while playing this game for 15 some odd years.
Fair enough, mate.
Be not troubled. My brother is a remarkable man.
You know, I think this game and Dragon Quest VIII, when they came out on PS2, each game had demos of each other. If you bought this one, you got the demo for Dragon Quest and vice versa. And I remember playing that one as well. I never finished Dragon Quest VIII, actually. I do want to go back to it, especially the 3DS version actually removed random encounters, which I think is great because I hate random encounters.
Fair dues.
Pokemon is the only franchise that I can stand it in, and even then it gets to a point where I've got to use repels at some point.
I see that you are kept from harm. It is my duty to House Solidor.
But how? How can I trust you?
Because I give you my word. My brother would do no less.
I did play a little bit of Dragon Quest VIII on 3DS through emulator, actually, I will say. It's basically Dragon Quest VIII, but you don't have random encounters. The enemies are just on the field for you to run into. So it works pretty well, I think.
There is little to be said. I shall arrange a meeting with the Marquis. We shall expect you at the estate.
Let's see. There's more like hunts that we could pick up, but I'm just going to move on. I might do the hunts off screen in between sessions if I feel like it. Probably the ones that I can pick up are a bit too tough to do at this level anyway, so you know, maybe I'll just do them if I can and leave them otherwise. I should save probably, but there's not a save crystal nearby. I think we're fine. It's not like anything's gonna happen.
Not sure I like your tones, bud.
Also, yeah, hey RC. Sadly, you've shown up kind of at the end of the stream here, but welcome anyway.
Indeed.
Sir Bosh von Ronsenberg. It was not so very long ago that I announced you had been executed.
And that is the only reason I draw breath.
So you are the sword he strung above my head. Vane has left not a thing to chance. And?
A leader of the Resistance has fallen into Imperial hands. A woman by the name of Amalia. I would rescue her, but I need your help.
This Resistance leader, this Amalia, she must be very important. You understand I've my position to consider.
Would you let us see Larsa? He's got my friend with him.
I'm afraid you're too late. Lord Larsa.
I've never paid attention to this guy's hair. He's got serious bedhead.
I am told they will depart for Rabanastre upon the arrival of the fleet this eventide.
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally just got out of bed. These are my sleeping clothes. It's true. I am that fabulous when I wake up. I fucking wish.
I've just gotten my hair cut short so that I don't actually have to deal with bedhead anymore.
Captain Ronsenberg. Surely
You just use a comb spa.
Yeah, but what if you don't have to?
Why indeed?
Okay. Everything in the name of speedrunning, I guess.
More like everything in the name of laziness.
I guess.
Wait. Sorry. Can't be helped.
Summon the guard.
Huh?
They're to be taken to Judge Geese.
Looks like we were betrayed. The Marquis was working with the Empire the whole time.
Those decrepit
Oh.
husking fools in Arcades tie my hands, and look what happens. I tell you, this country's obstinacy knows no bounds.
I forgot this cutscene was here. There's a lot of the mystical side of the story shown off here. Well, I won't say a lot of it, but you get some hints as to there being something more going on in this particular cutscene.
Ondor must be reined in.
By the way, the Marquis has written us a letter. He claims that he's recaptured our runaway. He's given him to Geese.
He will die by my hand.
Your fraternity is moving. Ah, Geese returns with Larsa. Tomorrow morning they will leave Bhujerba. See him home safely, Gabranth. Now I'm expecting Dr. Sid.
That texture on the table looks like the medallions from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's really random.
Oh my god, you're right.
To be sure. Nabadis taught us much. Yes.
Bizarre.
Hidden. They'll be off chasing after shadows, the fools. Ah, yes. The reins of history back.
This is our Cid for this game. Every Final Fantasy needs its Cid.
You seem to be enjoying
He's a bit of a loony.
I was kept waiting fully 2 years. What news of Arcades? Our honored members of the Senate.
hard at work as always, trying to find a dagger for your back.
They are welcome to try.
Oh right, we need the special graphics because we have to show off the giant airship, which they can't render in the normal graphics engine.
It's just simply too much.
That's right, there is a second Cid because we have Al Cid is a character that appears later. I don't know if I count him as the Cid for the game because Dr. Cid is a bit more prevalent in the story, I would say. Once we get to wherever this transport is taking us is where we'll be calling it. So I want to thank everyone for watching. I think there's probably a scene or two left, but this is basically the end of the stream now. So it's been fun coming back to this. I've been excited for it.
Yeah, so
to finally get back into this. And hey, look, it's Amalia. Woo!
Majesty.
After what you've done, how dare you? You're supposed to be dead.
Come now, come now. Have you forgotten your manners? This is hardly the courtesy due the late Princess Ashalia Benargin Dalmasca.
If anyone didn't know, Amalia was actually the princess that supposedly took her life, that didn't actually do that because she was hiding to fight against the Empire. And she's going to be the last party member that joins us in this game as well. So look forward to that next time.
Those who foster instability and unrest.
Oh, Precious, we're almost done. I promise I'll play with you shortly. She is desperate to do something to get my attention.
I thought all the judges were on the Imperial side.
They are, yes.
He bade me give you something of great importance. It is your
Why is she not clapped in irons?
It will warrant the quality of her blood.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. She is basically a prisoner, though.
Why spare mine now?
Okay.
You would have me live in shame.
If that is your duty, yes.
Stop being so stubborn. Keep on like this and you're gonna get us all killed.
Don't interrupt.
What?
Yeah, Vaughn, you're not actually the main character. Please don't try to say important things.
It was in the palace treasure.
Well, well.
I moved Precious and she went right back to what she was doing.
You brought the stone with you.
And now she's gonna knock my lamp over. Come on.
Don't give it to him.
Okay. I was trying to pick her up and she was like actually caught in the lampshade.
What a shit show.
Alright.
His duty is to the law. Take them away. My lord. Lady Ash is to be quartered separately. Vain Solidor, what fascination does this hold for you?
I don't know why they're taking us back to the loading dock.
You were carrying it all along.
Maybe we're being transported to a different ship now. Maybe that's what's going on.
Maybe so.
To leave me out.
I've never really thought about it.
There was nothing else that I could do. You know that.
Oh, I understand. Honor, duty, and all that. Still can't believe that was a princess.
Keep quiet!
And this is why everyone that isn't Vaughn is cool.
The Marquis has been
He just kind of did nothing during that.
Not lightly did I beg his aid.
Really?
Listen, it's been a full 2 years. I alone have kept Her Majesty safely hidden. I doubted friend and foe alike. I could trust nobody.
You did your duty, and mine for me.
I'm getting her out. I need your help.
Of course.
Alright, and that's it for today's stream, because I'm going to save and then call it.
Okie doke. So, yeah, thanks all for coming out today. We'll be continuing this next Friday, unless anything changes, but we'll let you know if the schedule does slip a little bit. Come back next time for the conclusion of God of War 3 Remastered.
Yep, that's going to be really fun too. Looking forward to that. Thank you again, everyone. And I'll be sending you over to one of my favorite streamers with a raid momentarily, so stick around for that. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.